Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience here in Mississippi, as well as our online audience as well. We're glad that you all could be with us as well. Well, returning to school is one of the big things that's going on right now, especially the discussions about whether or not to return to school in the fall. A lot of parents are having some apprehensions, and a recent study actually conducted by the online learning platform Outschool found that over 60% of parents had some reservations about sending their children back to school in the fall. I know in my family it's definitely been a conversation whether to go back to school or to continue some form of online learning. Well, our next guest is Amir Nathoo. We're going to talk to him not only about the work that Outschool is doing, but also what you all can be able to do to keep your kids engaged as we're getting ready to return to school in the fall with online learning. Amir, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here and talk to you.
Well, this is a big topic right now, Amir, so you are the perfect person to be able to have on. I should mention that Amir is the CEO of Outschool, the organization that conducted that study. So, Amir, as I mentioned, parents and also my nephew, he's kind of concerned about returning to school. So he's been trying to figure out what to do in the meantime, of course, being able to find ways to stay engaged. What is Outschool discovering from the feedback, Amir, about what parents are starting to do right now, especially when it comes to thinking about adjusting to some form of online learning?
Well, we've helped hundreds of thousands of families get started with online learning just in the past few months as they've sought to keep their kids engaged with learning during these difficult times. And what we're seeing is some families are having incredible, great experiences with online classes throughout schools, while others are struggling with the transitions as it came on us all of a sudden. And schools have had difficulty adjusting and getting used to this new type of learning. And we've been doing our best to help. We have been offering live online classes since 2017, so more expertise of this kind of learning than any other US-based organization. And we've been providing free training and education for schools and teachers. And then we've been helping families plug the gaps in whatever the school is able to offer at this time. And helping them supplement school with our classes. And, some are having, incredible experiences, and we hope to help many more going into the fall.
Amir, when I was prepping for this segment, I went to Outschool.com, and we definitely encourage our radio audience as well as our online audience to go there. For our online audience, we'll be linking that up for you guys with the podcast. What I love that I did not know, quite frankly, Amir, is that Outschool has something really for everyone. I mean, on the main page of the site, we're able to find out it's great for ages 3 to 18. Is that one of the things that you're discovering that people did not realize, that you really literally have something for all age groups?
That's one of the main benefits of online learning, that you can access teachers and classes that you wouldn't normally be able to get access to locally. And we encourage teachers to get really creative and teach the classes that they've always wanted to teach. And so they submit topics like Lego engineering, learn architecture through Minecraft, learn Spanish by singing Taylor Swift songs in Spanish, learn how to program video games. And these topics match kids' interests and keep them really excited and engaged with learning. And that's one of the keys to a successful online learning experience. The other key is that the classes are social, that kids can actually interact with each other and a teacher. And that's what live video-based classes can do, where kids, typically between 3 and 10 kids, are joining a video conference with a teacher and actually stay engaged by learning from each other. And so those are the two key ingredients of having a great online learning experience that we offer.
Amir, you just brought up a really good point, because one of the things that my nephew has had an issue with when it comes to being able to do his assignments online is he feels so alone in the process. So do you think that's one of the benefits that Outschool does offer, an opportunity for you to kind of be, even though it might be virtually, to kind of be able to share the experience with others?
That's exactly right. And traditionally, online learning has been more about passive content, where you're watching a video on YouTube or another source, or you're just reading materials on your own. But with these live video-based classes, it's much more like an in-person class. You can see the other kids, you can see the teacher, you can ask questions, you can raise your hand, and it's those kind of interactions that make learning really engaging and social.
Yeah. Right. Well, Amir, people are talking about something that I don't even know at this point if we could even think about, and that is life after the pandemic. Because it seems like it's kind of like the song that never ends, right? I mean, it seems to keep going on and on. So what do you see as far as online learning doing and being able to fit in moving forward? Do you think that's one of the things that's going to, quite frankly, just be here to stay?
Yes, I think it is here to stay, and the reason I think that is there was incredible growth in online learning even before the pandemic, and that's why we've been offering these classes since 2017. And the reason that there was been growth in online learning is just because of the access it gives to the variety of teachers and classes. And then with the pandemic, so many more families and teachers are becoming familiar with this type of learning. We've seen a 30 times increase in enrollments. And what I expect to happen as we hopefully, edge towards getting back to normal and hopefully are making progress towards a vaccine is that when we're able to be back in person, I expect education to move to a hybrid model where people use a combination of in-person classes and online resources like Outschool to find a combination that works best for their kid.
Well, Amir, a couple more questions for you. I do appreciate the time. We're talking about, of course, school returning in the fall and the opportunities that are out there that Outschool offers. But what about in this in-between time? My nephew is used to doing a lot of activities during the summer. Those, of course, have had to be canceled. So what can our audience find at Outschool.com to be able to help them kind of fill that gap as they're not able to go out and do things that they normally would be doing during the summertime?
We offer a whole range of online summer camps, and we have classes starting, every hour throughout the summer. And so if you're looking to either, try out Outschool classes as part of decision-making for your fall, or whether you're looking to fill your kids' time right now with an engaging online camp, we have something for you. And, that's partly why we've seen such an incredible rise in enrollments this summer, because so many in-person camp providers have had to move their services online, and we've helped many of them do that through Outschool. So, every single hour there's a class starting, and you can get started with a one-time class and just try it out and see if it works well for your family.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you, that's the great thing, and you actually answered my next question, and I think that is what's so cool about what Outschool has been able to do, to be able to provide something literally right now that the kids can be able to benefit from, but also has something, again, for everyone. I mentioned notices, the resources that it says even for families and educators there as well. Again, everyone, Amir Nathoo has been our guest. He's the CEO of Outschool. Make sure you guys visit Outschool.com for more information. Again, that's Outschool.com. For our audience joining us online via our podcast, we will be able to put the link there. Amir, I really do appreciate this time, and I hope you'll come back and be with us again. Absolutely. Thank you, and I look forward to it. All right. Thank you for that, Amir. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. Let's make it a great one.